everyone, this is Zephyr here, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World on PC. As you can see there by bounty complete, I have completed the limited bounty for 5 Elder Dragons. Our limited bounties are complete for the week, finally, so certainly good news. Let's grab our login bonus here. Yay, another lucky voucher. Then let's turn in these bounties, get ourselves some rewards. Whatever's stirring still hasn't seen fit to stop. Alright, let me have it. Let's see what you've discovered. Alright, so that's 4 hard armor spheres, which is nice. A silver Wyverian print, also nice. And the real prize, a gold Wyverian print and a golden egg. So now if we check limited bounties, you can see that they are all completed. Still came down to the wire because we only had 21 hours left, but, you know, that's fine. They're completed. Ooh, and I actually got a Nergigante investigation, but it's kind of a crappy one, only a bronze and a silver item, so nothing really special there. Okay, the other thing we need to check on is our harvest box here, and then we'll go check on armor. Already read this. Ah, yes. Okay, so our stuff's done, so let's see if we can cultivate something else that may be needed. Ooh, we need adamant seeds. So let's go with that. There we go. Okay. Next, I believe we wanted the Nergigante hands, I want to say. And we should be able to make those now. Have you met the old gal from the first? She's a shining star, that one. I could never live as brightly as her. So what are we hammering together this time? I believe the woman from the first is the lady we found in the Rotten Vale. Ah, yes, it gives us agitator and a slot, which replaces defense boost and a speed sharpening. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I think that's a good update here. Yeah, it doesn't have anything really difficult. It does use up all our Nergigante tails, though. But, I mean, those aren't that difficult to get. This will just mean that when a monster gets enraged, we'll gain a boost to our attack and affinity, which is nice. So. And of course it has more defense. Yeah, I can't upgrade any of them. So let's compare. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It was the first fleet that requested the second consists of 3 engineers to every 2 hunters. They asked for the best and brightest engineers that were ready to think outside the box. This was long ago, of course. So what are we hammering together this time? Let's see here. I just want to compare. Yeah, so it was a 14-point increase, which is more than what the defense boost gives, I believe. Yeah, it is, because that only gives 5, so it is still a defense increase, which is nice. Oh, I forgot we got the dragon eye patch. Sweet. Okay. That done. Let's just check out. Oh, we're only missing one thing that we need to upgrade this. I know what gives me that, I believe, but that's just a little sad that that's all we're missing. Because I did, as you can see, get 2 Nergigante gems, and that wasn't from one from each quest. That was one from, or two. Both of them were from one. I carved one from Nergigante's tail, and the other I got with the Plunder Blade. Shadow actually, at the end of the quest and the rewards, the items that Shadow had carved, one of them was a gem, which is pretty awesome. So you know, using the Plunder Blade, your cat can get you gems. It's rare, but they can do it. We did also, this gives us a slot. See if we have anything that's really of interest to go here. Intimidator might be nice just to get rid of irritation. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Okay, speaking of the Plunder Blade, it's time to switch our tool because Shadow did max out the Plunder Blade while we were on our last quest. I feel like I improved a lot today. I hope you'll bring me along to the next outing. Alright, so we've maxed out Plunder Blade. So, let's go with Flashfly Cage next. Perfect. Alright, and then while we're in here, let's go ahead and manage our items. We're probably not going to be needing these for the time being. The rest, or actually, let's drop the honey off too, because that discourages us from collecting honey. Alright. So the next thing we'll do, we're not going to move on in the story, I don't think. I just want to talk to all the people that I need to so that I can do the research that they want me to do. That'll just be helpful. Because I'm not sure I can do the research without talking to them first. Also, let's just see if anyone wants to give us a quest. No? Okay. If that's the case, then we're going to go back to doing our optional quests because we still have a lot to do.
It's time.
Right, time to head to the Wildspire Waste. We've got an Elder Dragon to track. From what I can gather, the trail is more prominent on rock and sand. The proper course would be to conduct an expedition or quest into primarily dry areas. Once we have gathered the data we need, we shall report to the scholars at Ecological Research. Until next time, Hunter. Alright, easy enough.
Yo.
Hello, friend. There you are. We've split up the hunters in the 4th and the 5th to make the research for the Elder Dragon's trail go faster. I'd like you to join us in the Ancient Forest and look here. Gather any evidence you can find. You can do it while you're out on an expedition or during this quest, it doesn't matter either way. Based on the info we've been able to sort through, it sounds as though the evidence will spread over a wide area. When you've collected enough data, report to the Ecological Research Team.
Together, okay?
Good luck out there. I feel like one of the sentences there, I don't know if I read that wrong or if it was just worded odd. Because it seemed like he said he wanted us to look in a specific location, but they didn't tell us what the location was. He like it worded it like he was pointing at a map, and seeing as we can't look at a map in that conversation, we didn't really get where he was telling us to look, other than it's the Ancient Forest. So I don't know. It just seemed like a weird structured sentence, but it's possible I also read it incorrectly because I was reading so fast. Ooh, we get a quest here. And we have to talk to the 3rd Fleet Master, that's why I came here, in case you were wondering.
We meet again.
Well, look who it is. What are you doing all the way out here? Wait, let me guess. You're tracking an Elder Dragon, right? Actually, that's been on my mind too. The Veil's effluvium has been getting thicker recently. I only just noticed myself during one of my Veil investigations. I remember the same thing happened before when the 3rd Fleet first arrived during the Elder Crossing 20 years ago. 2 decades of walking and finding nothing, but then something important changed. You came along. You found the Elder Dragon's trail and followed it. And soon you may even set foot in places that even I have never been. Right then. I'm going to try and track down what's causing the increase in effluvium. You go search the Veil and see if you can pick up the Elder Dragon's trail. There you are. I've been looking for you. Off to the Rotten Veil to look for an Elder Dragon, are you? The Admiral was just here and told me all about it.
Yes.
Well, allow me to fill you in. The effluvium in the Veil has been getting denser. That woman over there is the one who discovered it while she was out investigating. Thankfully, she alerted me to the anomaly at once. We've observed this phenomenon once before, back when the 3rd Fleet and I first arrived. We determined the monster must be lurking at the center of the effluvium. So chances are the Elder Dragon you are seeking is the one lurking in the effluvium. Let's not waste any time. You'll find the evidence at the bottom of the Veil.
Well.
Once you've collected enough, report it to the Ecological Research Team. Alright, good. Cool. So that takes care of all of that. So, let's head back to Astera. And then we need to decide what we're going to do now. I'm pretty certain I want to do some optional quests here, rather than these quests. As much as it'd be fun to track down these Elder Dragons, I really want us to get caught up on our optional quests. Not to mention, I was only going to do a short video, and then decided, you know what, I'm awake again. I feel like playing a full video, because I know that last night's video was kind of meh, because I was not feeling well at all. I had a massive headache, and I decided to play anyway because I need to work on my limited bounties. Today I feel much better. I don't remember if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video or not, but yes, I do feel much better, so hopefully this video will be better because of that. I never really paid attention to the fact that she actually eats the food when she's there. It's funny.
Nothing can stop us.
We've already read this before. But yeah, so I still kind of want it to be a laid-back video. I'm going to be playing after this. I think I'm going to at least make the initial video for Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. The game did arrive today. A day late, of course, but it did arrive. And I did, in my last video I mentioned, I did create the character on Monster Hunter Generations on my 3DS first, so that we can carry over all the bonuses from that, but it is still going to be starting from the beginning. I'll just record character creation and then transfer my file and go from there. At least that's the plan. So for now, let's continue our optional quests. Now, we have quite a few of them. I think the one I really want to do, or not those, is... Oh, where is it? It's not these either. This one? No. I mean, that one would be good too. Oh no, where did it go? Oh, here it is. This is it. Troubled Troopers. This will get us the last of the Grimalkind groups. And I think that would be good to get out of the way. So, we troopers are getting better fanged by Tootsitsi Yaku. Please harmonize with our warriors to wallop them into hightailing it. Translation by Linean Researcher. Cool. Oh yeah, you can only do it with one person. So we got Tootsitsi Yaku to fight. I think starting at the southern camp makes the most sense. Oh, and yes, I know that the elemental resistance isn't really going to help us, but I'm doing it for the health. Really wish we could get a better chest piece, but I haven't really come across one that's better other than the, Are the troopers with us? Oh, we did. We immediately got a troop member. That's cool. The Rathalos beta chest piece would be nice, but we already have weakness exploit level 2 thanks to our Dragon King eye patch, so now getting another level 2 from a body piece doesn't really make much sense. I think it was level 2 on the body piece. If it was level 1, it'd be perfect because it would get us to level 3. But nonetheless, we don't have a Rathalos ruby to make it, so I can't do it right now unless I want to farm Rathalos, and unless there's a an optional quest for Rathalos right now, we probably won't be doing it anytime soon. We'll see, though. Haha, time to die since E2, especially since I have a much more powerful weapon than the last time we fought you. Ow. And you saw the skill agitator went into effect. It's because he's enraged. Which, ah, crap. That was my bad. I rolled the wrong way. So, just something to talk about gaming related. I'm a big fan of the Fallout franchise. Like, I really love Fallout. And fortunately, today I heard some not so great news about Fallout 76, which is the next Fallout game that's going to be coming out here soon. I don't really like the I don't play MMOs or really any online games. Monster Hunter I play solo as much as I can. There's some times that I'm kind of forced to go online or that just works better to go online. But other than those times, I really just do everything solo. Because I just don't enjoy playing games online. For the most part, I find online communities end up being very toxic. And I just don't want to involve myself in that. Nor do I like being restricted to other people's schedules and stuff like that. But that's more of an MMO thing. But I think part of the reason I don't play a lot of games online is because most of the games I like are offline games primarily. Primarily single player. The few games I do play that you can play online, generally you can do everything solo, so I just do it solo. But that aside, the reason I don't like MMOs is because, as I said, I don't like being held to other people's schedules. I don't like having to rely on other people and then people not being reliable, or just not being able to coordinate easily and so and such, and people end up being greedy, and there's a ton of different reasons. I just don't want to deal with it. I play games to relax and to have fun and relieve stress and all that. Sometimes playing online with people can end up stressing me out more than relaxing me. As I said, there's a lot of online communities that are very toxic, and I don't like being a part of that. But that aside, now I mention that, I never wanted an online Fallout. Like, I had no interest in that, but I want to play Fallout 76 anyway, just because I like the Fallout series a lot. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises, and it's still an exciting prospect. And they have mentioned that you can play it totally solo. It's totally possible. So even though I'd have to be in a world with others, I could still do everything solo. I don't have to interact with other people and all that. And I like that prospect, you know. It basically, in a sense, sounds like, even though you're forced to be online all the time, you get to pick and choose if you want to use the online. Well, not pick and choose the online. It is completely online. You have to be online to play it, but you get to, you don't have to interact with others. You don't have to involve others in your playing, other than the fact that they're in the same world as you. And obviously there's some downsides to that I think Bethesda is very much underestimating. They think that even though they've never done an online game like this, and plenty of other people have tried it and failed, they think that they will be able to stop the griefing and prevent it. I think that's a joke. I think there's going to be tons of griefing. I think it's going to be a huge problem. But that aside, that's not the point I wanted to get at. I'm still going to play it. I think I'm still going to enjoy it. I don't think it'll be my favorite Fallout, but I think it will still be a lot of fun and give me a lot of hours of enjoyment. But one of the things they had mentioned is there would be private servers. When they first announced it and we're talking to E3, they said, oh, they want to do mods. There will be private servers, so and such. And the news I heard today is that yes, there will be private servers, and yes, if you want to play just by yourself and only you on a server, it's totally possible on a private server. However, those private servers will be Bethesda owned. There's no way to take it offline and be on your own server. It is Bethesda servers, and that immediately made me think, okay, if they're thinking they're going to be able to provide a private server, like if you assume everyone wanted to play solo, which is basically what they're saying, if everyone wanted to play on their own private server with no one else, and they're saying you can do that, that means they'd have to be able to provide a private server for literally everyone playing the game. I don't believe they're going to be able to do that without there being a cost involved, and that's what really bugs me, is I'm like, okay, so now the Fallout's probably going to be a game that has a monthly fee if you're wanting to play on your own, even though I have a server at home that if I just was able to, I could spin it up on my own server, but they're not giving me that option. I have to play on their servers, and that was a little upsetting and kind of ruins it. And then it even makes you think, okay, they said that we could do mods, but now is it only going to be Bethesda.net mods? Because if we have to play on their servers, how are they going to manage that? It's a little disheartening. I think like I said, I'm still going to play it. I'm still excited. I just think that it really lowered my interest quite a bit. And I don't think it's going to come close to anywhere near my favorite Fallout at all. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be an enjoyable experience, but I don't think it's going to be as good as previous Fallouts. I really don't, which is unfortunate. You know, it's and I could be completely wrong. Once the game comes out, it could be absolutely amazing, and they could have figured all this stuff out, and everything could be great. Well, only time will tell. Alright. Yeah, warriors of the Research Commission, I salute your brave and generous hearts. Yeah. Accept this gadget with my thanks. Yeah. This instrument plays only for the strong of heart. Its abilities will aid you. Yeah. Wow, that sounds meow-standing. Thanks. Yeah. Any who have fought by my side are friends. When you require my aid, I will lend it gladly. Yeah. I shall see you again, brave and generous warriors of the Research Commission. Alright, receive the Palico Gadget Choral Orchestra. Okay, well, we're on an expedition now, which we really don't need. So let's go ahead and return from expedition. Well, you know, I should have checked if we had an upsurge. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. Oh, and we still gained some unity there. That's nice. Alright, and let's go check on the safari. But yeah, so I don't want to be a downer about Fallout 76 because I don't think it's right to judge it before it's out. I just have my reservations and my concerns, which is a healthy thing to have. You don't ever want to overhype anything, because if you overhype anything, you'll always be let down. I think the only game that I've overhyped and not been let down by is Monster Hunter World. This game has lived up to every expectation I had. But I will admit, my expectations, I think, weren't as crazy as some people's. I know some people are upset about the amount of content in the game, but me, I did not have any expectation that there was going to be anywhere near as much content as, say, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate or Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, because this is a reboot of the series. I knew that the content was going to be lower. However, the quality of the content is so unbelievably high. The biggest letdown I think I had with this game is the fact that the weapon models are not, there's not enough unique weapon models. A lot of weapons look very similar with a few changes that are of monster flavor from the monsters that you use to create the weapons, but for the most part, almost every weapon looks the same. That part's a little disheartening, but that could change with future updates. They, you know, maybe they wanted it in low rank and high rank, it just happened this way, and then once we get to G rank, we'll have all these unique skins. Maybe it's just because clearly the goal was to have your weapons start off the same with the same base and be built upon, and you could see them change as they grow. And maybe it's just we haven't gotten to the point where, since they're not in their final form, because there's going to be a G rank, I hope, that's why they all look similar. It's because they've hit a certain stage of the evolution of the weapon, but they haven't gotten to that final part. We can hope. Don't know. Won't know until, you know, the game's truly finished. And yes, it's a finished game. That's not what I mean. I just mean that they're still adding a lot of content. There's still a lot of stuff to be released. So we'll just have to see what happens. I think that's the biggest thing for me that was a little disheartening, is just that there isn't enough variation in how weapons look. But that's really pittances right there. Alright, so how's the Monster Hunter going, Meowster? Alright, let's check on our Tail Raider Safari. Ooh, we got 2 Sinister Cloth. Awesome. That's great. We should actually look at Death Stench, because I think the feet are really good, if I remember correctly. Shall I show you the training area, Meowster? No, I just want to send out more Tail Raiders. Ooh, we've got a perfect one. We're going to go with that and hope that there's a good... Of course there's not. Why would there be? I'm asking for too much here. Alright, this one looks best to me. We'll eventually have better Tail Raider safaris. It's a matter of getting further in the story and then also getting other players' guild cards to have their palicos, because their palicos will be better than the stock ones. You know those troopers we made friends with in the Coral Highlands, Meowster? They taught me how to speak to Shamos. Never thought I'd be chatting with any of those. So the next Shamos we see, I'll try to sweet talk them into joining the Tail Raiders. I can't wait to hop on their back and ride them like the troopers do. Alright. Sweet. Alright. And there may have been other games. Actually, now that I think about it, there are other games that lived up to the hype. Demon's Souls lived up to the hype. Dragon's Dogma. Oh god, Dragon's Dogma is amazing. I know a lot of people who didn't think the game was that good, but I thought it was just fantastic. I've bought that game and played through it 3 times. I've platinumed that game 3 times. PlayStation 3, PC, and PS4. It's ridiculous how much I've played that game because it's just so good. Oh, I love it. Demon's Souls. Ones didn't live up to the hype. Dark Souls 2 didn't live up to the hype. But I think that Demon's Souls and Dark Souls 3 all lived up to their hype. Dark Souls 3 is my favorite in the series, which is not a common opinion, I've discovered, but that's fine. I don't have to have the same opinion as everyone else. But I do. Dark Souls 3 is absolutely amazing. It's not perfect, obviously. No game is perfect. There's always something. But oh yeah, I remember I was going to check on Death Stench. But I definitely I definitely think it was the best in the series for the mechanics and the environment and the callbacks, and such a good game. And we'll be playing those at some point on my channel as well. I just don't know when. There's so many games to play and so much to do. Not to mention Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter. Hey Fiverr, how are the decorations working out for you? So, what are we hammering together this time? So let's see here. So let's look at charms. I haven't looked at these in a while, and I'm sure I have a lot more to go through. So Surveyor's Charm. This gives a Scout Fly range up and Scholar. Normal Shots Charm. Mighty Charm. Challenger Charm. Challenger Charm's pretty good. Also, you'll notice that if you look in the top right, it says upgrade level. It's at 1 out of 2. So some charms can be upgraded, some cannot. It's a good thing to, it's important to look at that, because if it's a skill that has multiple levels, like say Agitator, this at max will only be able to give us 2 points towards Agitator, even though there's 5 levels. So that might not make it the most useful charm in the world. However, our attack charm can get us 3 levels. However, that's out of 7. So again, not the most useful in the world, but definitely good. And there are other charms that, like, so here, Tool Specialist, you can get this up to level 3, which gives you 3 levels of a 3-level skill. This is amazing. This can give you, just with one piece of equipment, the full skill. That's very good. So it's just something important to pay attention to. It doesn't mean that necessarily a charm's bad. Like, this is not a bad charm, because Agitator is a relatively rare skill. The decoration's rare as well, so being able to get just 2 levels is still nice. It's just important to note that if it can't give you the full skill, and if level 2 is not that useful to you, and that's all you're going to get out of it, there may be better charm options, but there are definitely charms that only give 1 level, or even in this case 2 levels, and they're still very powerful and very good. It's just important to note how many levels it gives you, how many it can give you, based on its upgrade levels, because I've made the mistake of being like, oh, this charm will be great, and then purchasing it and then realizing it couldn't be upgraded at all, and it would only give me level 1 of a skill, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, that's nice, but it's not as useful as I wanted it to be. Exploiter Charms, this could be nice, get us to level 2. Guard. See, this is not what I would think it is. It gives you Iron Skin, which protects you from defense down. It does not give you the guard skill. This is actually a fantastic charm for gathering, because it gives you Master Gatherer and Carving Pro, so it allows you to gather more quickly and also prevents attacks from knocking you back while gathering, and then Carving Pro prevents knockback from attacks while carving. So if you're just out gathering, this is actually a nice charm to take. Hunter's Life, this one's not very useful. BBQ Master, Master Fisher, improves your skill at cooking meat, improves your fishing skill. Nothing great. Trick Shot, Master, and Blindsider, again, not that great. Now this is a charm I use all the time. Like, I'm not kidding. So many builds use this, because you can get up to 3 levels of handicraft just with this. I'm trying to think if I should make it right now. It could be useful, but I don't know. We don't need a lot of we don't need handicraft right now. I'm gonna wait, because we don't need handicraft right now. Oops, I didn't mean to go out of that. But we will be coming back for this for sure, because it's a staple, basically. Awakening, this is nice, because you can get 2 levels of free element ammo up. So if you didn't know, free element makes anything that... If you ever see any of the weapons, I think the Tsuyuku, the Dazzling Glow, or whatever it's called, weapon, it has an element on it, but it's in parentheses and grayed out. You have to have free element to use that. Now, the problem with free element is that level 1 only gives you 33% of the weapon's hidden element. So if it gives you 100, you're only going to get 33 points. Level 2 gets you 66, and level 3 gets you 100%. This can only get you to level 2, and the skill is relatively uncommon. Not a lot of people use free element. It's almost always better to use the elementalist skill, which increases the attack power of a weapon that doesn't have an element. So then those weapons that have a hidden element, if you use elementalist, they will get boosted. They have an element on them, but if it's not awakened, it counts as elementalist. So elementalist is generally more useful than free element, because elementalist only needs 1 level, and free element needs 3 to get the full effect. And generally, level 1 is worthless. Level 2 is okay, but I mean, you want level 3, and that's a lot of investment just to add some element to a weapon. Mushroom-mancer is actually a really good skill. This can get you to level 2. It lets you eat raw mushrooms instead of having to craft them into things, and getting little bonuses. It's quite nice. It goes really well with the wide range skill for online. Bombardier just gives you Bombardier. Leaping, so evade extender, constitution, marathon runner, special ammo boost, critical draw, blast attack, dragon resistance, blast resistance, speed sharpening. So this you can get full speed sharpening, which is nice. Quick sheath, we've looked at most of these. The evasion sharp is not bad. Being able to give you 3 levels of a 5-level skill is pretty good. Especially since evasion's it can be a useful skill. It's not really needed, but it can be nice. It can allow you to make quite a few mistakes, because you can still roll through it. So evasion skill just gives you more invincibility frames when rolling. So if you roll late, you might still have enough invincibility, or not roll late. If you roll early, you might still have enough invincibility to make it through the attack where normally you wouldn't, which can be nice. It allows you a little more leeway with your rolling, but I don't really find myself using it that much, especially since I have Foresight Slash. This lets you get 3 levels of critical eye, so it's just more affinity. I think we went through all these because they're not exclamation points, so we won't worry about that anymore. But what we do want to look at is Death Stench armor. I was so happy to see that Death Stench was back. I remember in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, did I miss it? Where is it? Oh, maybe I don't have all the stuff I need for it to unlock it, because I'm not seeing it. It's unfortunate. I was really hoping... Ooh, attack boost on the feet and on the chest. Well, I need Radovan stuff, though, so I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. That's actually a really... The chest and the legs on Dober are really good, actually. The chest could replace our current chest, and we'd still get attack boost. And we could put attack boost there, give a big attack boost. But I'm sad I don't see Death Stench. But I remember using Death Stench in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, so I was excited to see that it was back in Monster Hunter World. It looks really cool. I don't think it's a super useful set in general in World, but it has a couple of good pieces, and it looks super cool. It gives you that Grim Reaper look. Alright, but that's enough time just kind of goofing off. Let's look at what optional quests we have. Events. Events are still the same. Honestly, I should be doing some Deep Green Blues to try and get crowns, but it'll come back around, and we're not at crown farming stage yet. We still have so much other things to do that I'm not going to worry about crown farming yet. We'll crown farm when we've got a lot of this other stuff out of the way. Crown farming is like a last thing you do. And I know now would be the best time to do it because the quest is there, but like I said, the quest will come back around another week. Well, there's plenty of stuff to do. We don't need to worry about crown farming right now. like I said, it would be fantastic to get it out of the way, but it can take a lot, and I'm not kidding, it can take a lot of runs to actually get all the crowns. Like, sometimes you just get unlucky and it just doesn't give you crowns. I mean, I don't know, some of the other crown quests, I don't even want to look at how many times I did the quest before I actually got all the monsters' crowns. Ugh. But I'm tempted to do it and farm it, but the amount of effort and time I would have to put in may not give good results. I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather spend my time getting some of these optional quests done, because once these are done, then we can do crown farming and weapon and armor farming all we want. But these optional quests that kind of give us support equipment and support items and canteen ingredients are a little more important first, so that we have all the support we need to really do all the other farming we want. So what was this for? Here at the Second Fleet, we've been working to develop new tools to help your hunts, but we need your help gathering the materials. We're counting on you to take this quest, so we need to kill 5 Raffinos. Let's just do this. Why not? Easy enough. I think Central Camp might be the easiest way. Sorry, I know this video has been a lot of me just standing around talking. I get distracted easily. I very easily get pulled from what I mean to be doing, just because I want to talk and just discuss things, and it's goofy, and I know it means a lot less action than should be going on, but happens. Away we go. Alright. Thinking about the fact that after this I'm going to be doing a quick video of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I'm just like, oh, but I do want to get that out of the way, because I honestly, I'm just going to do the character creation, and then it'll be a super short video, and then I'll probably go to bed, start getting some sleep, because I've not been getting as much sleep as I should. I was hoping there'd be Raffinos down here. There are not. Yeah, I know I should be better about my sleep, but this is really, at night is really the only time I get to play games a lot. That's not really a bad thing. I like all the other things I do. It's just if I want to record, I basically have to do it at night, and so just because I want to get so much done, I don't get the sleep I should. Hello. Here. So long. Great. That's weird. Can I talk to him again? Hello. Not enough for you? Another time, maybe. I mean, it was enough for me. I just was confused that you just were like, here, take this thing. Okay, bye. I don't see the bird on his back. Collect some stuff. Let's grab a kitty cat so that we can raise their level. Ninja. That's funny. Yeah, I definitely should try and be a little better about my sleep schedule. At least maybe pick one night a week that I get more sleep. I know tonight, part of the reason I was going to sleep tonight, but I was like, I have to finish up my limited bounties, so I was like, tonight's not the night to do it. Maybe tomorrow would be better, since I have my console limited bounties done already. For a moment there, I thought I was on an expedition, and then remembered, no, you have a quest. White seeds. There's Raffinos. Rawr. Let me kill you. Yeah. Oh. Freaking. Good work, guys. All the dead things. Alright, let's carve. But yeah, I'll try and be better about the sleep and getting rest, so that hopefully that'll mean my videos will be better too, because I'll actually be not tired and be able to focus better and more awake and hopefully excited and entertaining. All the things that I know people want my, like, anyone's videos to be. Like, who wants to watch someone who's just, aw, oh, I did get the carb still. Like, who wants to watch someone who's tired and boring? No one. I also need to be better about editing the videos so that I can get them uploaded, but I'm always in a race to complete limited bounties, not gonna lie. Hurts things a little bit. But we're working on it. It's a balance. Nitro Shroom, that's not what I want. I want Devil's Blight. There we go. And more Nitro Shroom. Okay. That's fine. Look at that, more Raffinos. That should finish our quest. This quest is probably a million times faster with a bow, because you can shoot the things in the air. There we go. Huzzah! Easy. Optional quest. And I think we have time for one more easy one. Man, even though the armors are different sets, they actually flow together pretty well. It's not bad. And I like having our character's face visible. Turning off helmet's kind of nice sometimes. Ugh, big yawn. Ugh. It was so funny because I was laying there and the fiance was that's not what I wanted. I want to carve this. The fiance was falling asleep and she had fallen asleep, and I was just kind of laying there and was like, oh, I should get up. I should finish my limited bounties at least, even if I don't record. And then I was like, nah, I should record too, because that way I can turn in the limited bounties tonight as well. Now that I have gotten up, I'm like, ugh, I just want to stay up and play, but I know I need to go to sleep. Yay! Lots of EXP there, which is good. Alright, we can now... Ooh, what's this about?
Hello there.
Oh, it's you. How splendid. The task I'm about to reveal to you could only be undertaken by an experienced Gremlkin researcher like yourself. Gajalaka have been sighted throughout the continent, and I am hoping to establish a communication with them. They're Lineans just like the Gremlkins, but their language seems to derive from different roots. I want to get a head start on studying the language, so there's something I need you to find for me. Gajalaka doodles. I'll go out into the field myself and start looking in areas where Gajalaka have been spotted. So if you see me out there, don't forget to say hello. But by my brittle hips, this will be fun. Alright, so collect 10 Gajalaka tracks. Cool. I think we need to talk to the armor person, yes, to get our tool. then we'll do one more quick optional quest, and then we'll be done for the for this video.
Well done.
You took care of the On Nightmare's Wings quest. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I've managed to complete the specialized tool I was working on. You can have the first working model. Go ahead and take it. Let me know what you think. Cleanser booster. Yay. That just heals status effects. That's all. I don't think I've ever used it. Alright, I don't have time to carry that. It's Crying Shamos, slay 11 Shamos. That might be an easy one. I almost feel bad for them. Those scrawny little monsters don't even stand a chance. Go flex on them while I get the goods. Unlocks a new canteen ingredient on first completion. Yep, we'll do this. That's fine. This will be easy. Should be done pretty quick. I think we've done a quest similar to this in high rank to get that black cloth for the eye patch thing. Not the eye patch we're wearing, but the event one. Yeah. Wait, before we do that, let's pause it. Stuff we don't need so we can collect more. Oops, I didn't want to deposit all that. Oopsies, where's my... There we are. I need those. Honestly, it wouldn't be bad to have flash pods too so that we can get flash bugs. I don't want them to craft each time, and I guess I could turn off the auto crafting, but then I'll forget to turn it back on. Down we go. Another thing I need to get at some point is I need to get a new external hard drive. My current one's a little old, and I don't trust it to not fail on me after I start saving my raw data files to it. I don't really want to save data to it and then go back one day to look at it or whatever and it be gone because it was too old, so kind of want to get a new one. Wouldn't mind a larger one too because these video files are huge. I don't need bone piles right now. One Shamos? Two Shamos. Another thing is I need to start capturing monsters again. I'm so bad about it. I always forget. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna capture monsters, and then I forget. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of useless investigations that I'm gonna have to delete. That's fine. You always have a plethora of investigations. I remember cleaning out all my investigations on console one time, literally deleted all of them to start fresh. It did not take long before I had a full 250 again. I was just like, man, you get so many of them, especially once your research progress is like maxed out for everything. Because you have a chance for an investigation when you break apart, you have a chance for an investigation when you collect a track, you have a chance for an investigation when you defeat the monster, and since you have like 3 or 4 parts to break on a monster every time you fight them, it's just, you get so many investigations. And some are really good, and then some are not so good. Where's your partner? Like, everyone was traveling in partners except for that one. Oh, there you are. And there we go. Alright, cool. Hooray! Do some collecting here while we have a moment. always good to have extra materials and things. Because I wouldn't mind making some more weapons of different types. We're going to need them soon enough. All right. Not many research points there. All right, King Turkey is that has King Turkey was added to the menu in the canteen for completing this quest. Awesome. Always good to have more canteen materials to choose from. Because if they can be selected to be fresh when you don't have them, and thus you just don't ever have enough things to make a full fresh meal, which stinks. Okay, so I do believe that is the end of things that we'll do in this video. I still ran a normal time. I thought about cutting it short, but we have so many optional quests to do, it made sense to finish it up. So that is going to be where we stop. The next video we'll probably continue doing optional quests. Hopefully the next time I record we'll have new limited bounties as well, and hopefully some of our optional quests will help with completing those, just to move that towards being complete sooner rather than later. But that is all I have for you today, so please feel free to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. You can also subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon, that way you get email updates when I upload new videos, and you can leave any comments or suggestions in the area below the video. However, that is all I have for you today, so thank you so much for watching, and as usual, this is Xephyr, signing out.